You start your journey in politics?
I will not say politics, but I say leadership. I was very privileged to be an overall school captain at Form 3. Position only reserved for Form 4s. When I did that, when I joined Utali, I was the Secretary for Social Affairs, which was a political seat because I contested and won. But I've quietly, and then after that, been involved in one way or the other politically, maybe in opinion shaping, in discussing issue-based politics. And then actually I wanted to run in 2017, but I wanted to run at home. But I thought it's not, since I live in Nairobi, and this is where I live, I thought, why don't I bring my leadership skills to Nairobi instead of taking it home and allow the people at home elect the people who live there. So that is the reason why I decided to vie in Nairobi, and that is slightly my journey in leadership.
Okay.
Yes.
Why did you choose UDA? Why did you join UDA and not ODM or any other parties?
If you listen to my story resonates very well with the bottom-up concept or economic model, because I'm a guy who believes anyone can work themselves from down there towards the pinnacle of success. So I'm a believer in the economic model. I like the political journey that His Excellency, the Deputy President, has taken. He's a guy who was a nobody, comes from a name that is not known, and he's managed to write his name on the Republic of Kenya. So he gives me the confidence that I can do the same. Yeah.
When did you choose to follow Ruto?
I would say just the same way as many people have been. We've been following Raila Odinga for many years. Until I think the last time I voted, actually 2017, I think I voted for him. But I saw the same thing happening. He kept on having the same people around him. He kept on having the old people around him. He kept on having the same family members around him politically, and I felt he was not growing the youth that were either in the party or creating a position for them. Nothing personal with the party, ODM, and nothing personal with His Excellency Raila Odinga, but we just probably differ in what I believe in nurturing the youth and creating the spaces they deserve, and ensuring democratically that we have the space that we want. For instance, if a party needs to do nomination, then they need to do nomination. They always say the majority will have their way, but the minority must have their say. Yes. Are you recognized in UDA party? I don't understand what you recognize, but I am a member of UDA party. I have a membership number. I'm an aspirant under the UDA party, and I think that itself says I'm recognized under the UDA party. Yeah. Yes.
I've met several aspirants, lakini they're not recognized, especially with ODM. Raila wajui, like they just tried. They're also asking other people mwenye wanaweza wasaidia wafike huko juu.
It's a bit different when you're dealing with William Ruto, because he creates a platform whereby every aspirant gets the opportunity if he wants to probably talk to him. It is not so often, but when you have the regular forums, let's say at his residence or in a meeting, you will not have so many people shielding you. The thing is, only presidential candidate has done so many meetings at his residence, and that shows you opening those doors to people to come and discuss issue-based politics. Tells you what kind of politician he is. Yes.
Okay, out of box, what are the challenges are you facing as a dad and as a politician?
I didn't know I'd face this challenge, but now I'm facing it as a father, because my time with my family has tremendously reduced. I'm out till late and I leave early. As you can see, I'm about to go and do a road show. On a normal day, on a holiday, I'll be here with my family. Yes.
But now can I support kwa politics?
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now watoto je?
My kids, I think they're experiencing something new. I've always been in the corporate world, so I've always had enough time for them seeing me around. But I think for them, they won't say it much, but I think you can tell they're seeing the difference when they don't see me around more often. Yes.
Have you ever been threatened hapa na other aspirants hapa Embakasi East?
I haven't, and I would say that shows political maturity. I haven't seen direct threats from any aspirant, and for your information, majority of these aspirants we talk, including the incumbent who comes from where I come from. He's also a good friend of mine. The other aspirants also in ODM are good friends of mine. We meet for a cup of coffee here and there, so they're good friends. So I haven't had a direct threat, and I do not think I will have, because I think this is a political competition. It's not competition between individuals or their personal lives. It's just a political competition that the winner will be declared come 9th of August.
Yes. One of the aspirants claimed that you're bankrupt.
I will not answer that, because I don't know on what basis someone will say I'm bankrupt. I will not also want to discuss whether I'm financially stable or I'm not, because that is based on what my family eats every day, if I'm able to pay my bills. Yeah, but I'll say I'm not wealthy. Mimi ni hustler.
Umevai mara ngapi hapa Embakasi East?
This is my first time to buy.
Oh, this is your first time?
This is my very first time.
Na watu wengi wanakurecognize?
Yes, because I'm a people's person. I've changed the discussion around politics, actually, to be honest. When I joined politics here, people were discussing about parties. Now I brought up a discussion on people-centered leadership, on what we need to do for the people and not what, because when somebody doesn't perform, you never ask the party. You'll ask the person why they did not perform. So I'm a believer that even if you are voting for my party, also evaluate me as a person and understand where I'm coming from and where I want to take the world. Yes.
Mheshimiwa, what are your agendas?
So I have an agenda for Upper Savanna, and I have a 10-pillar program that I have for Upper Savanna. Should I continue on?
Okay. Carry on. What are your agendas?
Yeah. So I came up with a 10-pillar program for Upper Savanna, and I'll mention just a few.
Okay.
One thing that sits close to my heart is a youth mentorship program, and this is based on the fact that we have so many youth who get drunk after leaving school, and they do not have anyone to guide them to what they need to do next after school. So I thought by coming up with a youth mentorship program within the ward will help in guiding and counseling, one. Two, ensuring that these people are told the journey of success, because everybody wants to wake up in the morning and the next day they want to be rich. It is not possible. So if they don't see success coming their way, they indulge in alcoholism and drug abuse. And I think it's a big thing that I've seen happen. And even if you walked now from Jacaranda to Caltex, I'm very sure you'll meet a drunk boy at the age of around 16 to 21. So that's something we need to eradicate, because the future belongs to the youth. Another thing that is very close to my heart is creating social amenities. Like we do not have playgrounds that are well done in Upper Savanna. We will make sure that is done. Another one, I want to create a tech hub. A tech hub because the country and the world is moving technologically. There are people who do online writing, there are people who do forex trading, and I said we'll create a small hub for the youth of Upper Savanna who do not necessarily to get to the office and wear a tie for them to earn a living. They can do forex trading, they can use the internet to apply for jobs, because not everybody has privilege to have Wi-Fi. So by creating that platform, they'll be able to apply even for jobs without training. Another thing that resonates with also what our incoming governor of Nairobi, and he mentioned this, that he will ensure that the feeding program for all children in Nairobi is in hand, that kids will be fed at school. And I think this was done by Ken Okoth in Kibra, and I'm very sure it can be done in Upper Savanna, to have our children have their meals so that they are able to attend school. Another thing is PWT, people with disability, youth and women. Mostly, they're normally the disadvantaged groups. So we want to also to make sure they're empowered through their small SMEs, ensuring that we create a fund that will finance as a stimulus package to their businesses, to Mama Mboga, to Boda Boda, go to watchman as they create circles within their businesses. I've also discussed with the border borders within Upper Savanna. I've told them to form a circle before I take office, because there are about 300 people that ride border borders in Upper Savanna. 300 people, if they contribute 100 bob every day. In a month, we are talking about 900,000 Kenya shillings. 900,000 Kenya shillings is massive if you came up with a circle for that. And then it will reduce the cartels, the Shylocks, the one that give them motorbikes and they have failed to pay 300 bob and the motorbikes are taken away. Another thing that is also close, it's among my pillars, is also water and sanitation. Water and sanitation, why? Because the entire of Upper Savanna, there's no public toilet. Nothing like public toilets. People are forced to go to the bars and all that. We need to create that. Another thing is to be able to ensure the people who live in vijiji ndogo like Vumilia, Kamola and Kotieno, for them to be able to access proper drainages there, for them to have a proper latrine, for us to even create a dispensary to help those people. You realize that we only have one Mama Lucy hospital here. If you have an emergency and you are to be taken to hospital, you'll have to be rushed from Kamola to Mama Lucy. But if you create a dispensary, then can give people first aid. Another thing is, I think this will be the last one I'll mention, is the ECD centers, the early childhood education centers, which is key because all the children have been to Donholm Primary and the school has about 2,000 children. The school there. For the facility, for the teachers, it is massive and huge and challenging. For the children to walk all the way from Kamola and Vumilia to go to that school when they are at a tender age of 3, when they start school, or 4 years, is really challenging. So if you can establish a few ECD centers within the locality, then you will curb that and also you'll reduce the population in a public school. Yeah.
What are you going to do for the people of Embakasi East, Upper Savanna, unique that Stanzo Mungala did not do?
I think I've mentioned in my pillars and he has not done anything that I've mentioned.
Okay.
So I think it's a plain canvas that I'm going to write on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Stanzo Mungala did something? Did he what?
I'll be fair to him as a member of, as a representative of this ward. There are things that he has done, but the outcry is he has not achieved what people envisioned when he sought for their votes. I wouldn't sit here and be the critic of what he has done or say what he has done, but I sit here and say what he has not done, and that's what I want to correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I've not heard you talk about the girl child.
I think I mentioned it under youth because, and I said I talked about women, youth, and people with disabilities, and I think our ladies also are normal. Women are normally, and the girl child are normally within those circles of those people who have, who are the minority, considered to be the minority in terms of what they face. But you can see what even the IBC has said about the role of ensuring that we have even nominated female legislators into the assembly, both the National Assembly and the County Assembly, and even during the nominations. So I think the only thing we need to do, and because you mentioned that, there's something else that also we thought will ensure that it's done. The bursaries are being given, but nobody is pushing our young ones to take courses in technical training institute, the TVET programs. In my ward, we'll ensure we also support the government in the 100% transition to ensure that the youth that are from high school or dropped out of high school also get a chance to technically train. We can have salonists, we can have barber guys who shave the barbers, we can have mechanics, we can have drivers, we can have all these people. Out of the fact that they did not finish school does not mean that they can't get bursaries to attend these institutes. So that is also my goal, so that we have not ladies who got pregnant and because they dropped out of school, their life ends there. You can even have a cameraman from there. You can have a person who technically had the ability to become an interviewer but did not get that, and they dropped out, and they can still go to college even if they didn't finish high school.
Mheshimiwa, convince me that it's not just propaganda.
Yeah.
And you will put everything, suppose you win the seat.
Yes.
What have you already done for the people of Upper Savanna, being that Kamola City is just next to your home?
I'm always not very good at blowing my own trumpet, but I say this. I've worked with these people. I've tried to empower youth groups. I've worked with women, worked with them. And this is just the beginning. I haven't taken over office. I have a track record where I've worked before, and I won't go into details, but it speaks for itself. I'm a man with a vision, and nothing is going to stop me. And we're going to make Upper Savanna tick again. Yes.
Okay, have you people done a nomination free?
Mama wenzangu, so far tumefikisha 350k kwa akaunti yetu ya chama. Tufanye aje na hizi pesa zetu?
Naona tununue vitenge zinafanana. Vitenge. Hapana, tununue sufuria za non-stick.
Sufuria.
Tununueni curtain.
Curtain.
Ai, mama wenzangu, vote tununue kaploti.
Kuna watu wanauza plots na nyuki.
Na nyuki?
Hebu tuwapigie simu watupe uhondo.
Hello.
Thank you for calling Tuvei. How may we assist you?
Can we get a plot with 350,000 in Nanyuki?
Yes, you can get a plot at the Great Oasis Gardens in Nanyuki today for as low as 349,000 shillings.
They're inspiring possibilities.